What is up, my dude and dudettes, and welcome back to TellerTube. In today's video, we're going to be looking at the subreddit r/choosingbeggars. So guys, apparently 76.3% of you are not subscribed to the channel, so if you guys want me to continue to make these videos for you guys, be sure to subscribe as it would really help me out. And with that being said, sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Nightmare babysitting job that made me stay 10 hours in a stranger's house. So this happened in 2014, the dialogue is a little fuzzy, but I swear this is the worst babysitting experience I've ever had. For some background, at the time I was a 14-year-old girl, and I lived in a sketch-tastic neighborhood, irresponsible, naive, and in need of cash. As a kid, I was trying to avoid my parents' place as much as possible. So something that would get me out of the house and was also technically a job that could get me some money was babysitting. So I always picked up little odd babysitting jobs. It didn't pay a lot because the neighborhood was poor, but the kids were well behaved and the parents were always kind of understanding, and more often than not, I would leave a 6-hour shift of babysitting with a cool $40. But this one time, in early October, my cousin told me about this one gig they had coming up and how they couldn't make it because of some mom drama. They told me they had promised $60 for an 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. shift. I said, hell yeah. I got the woman's Facebook and immediately texted her saying I was my cousin's friend and I would be happy to take over. The woman seemed happy. And when she gave me her address, I found out one of the reasons why the money was so good. Her house was smack dab in the middle of a suburb. I was friggin' pumped. This house was an hour away, so on Friday night, I placed up my nice sneakers, told my parents I was leaving, and walked an hour to suburbia. When I got to her house 15 minutes early, I knocked on the door, and when she opened it, I did all the usual. Me, hi, how are you? I'm Glargity, cousin's friend. That's when I noticed that she was wearing no pants, or that's what I thought. In reality, they were flesh-colored leggings, but still, dude. She laughed a little when she saw me staring and explained, then she put her arm around me and brought me in. Super uncomfortable, she was a foot taller and 3 times as big. She immediately gestured around her home and told me to sit anywhere. So I opted to sit on the edge of the couch with my little bag. Me, so can I meet your son? Mother, no dear, he's asleep, do not go into his room. Oh man, that's nice of you to put him to bed for me. I put all my kids to bed on time. You have other kids? I thought I was only babysitting one. I used to have a daughter, she would have been 10 now. Then she gestured to the shelf, where I kid you not, there's like 30 photographs of a little girl surrounded by fake flowers. I decided to stop talking and she went off to go get ready some more. I spend like 5 minutes on my phone trying not to look at the shelf, and when she comes out, I get the courage to ask some more about my job. So, you'll be home by 1 a.m., right? Oh yeah, 2 a.m. at the latest, dear. I just want to go to a small party with some friends. You know how it is. Sure do. Sounds like fun, and I'll be getting 60. Of course, dear. And I know you're like in that weird, slightly offensive name for my neighborhood, so I'll pay for your cab fare too, to get home. Thanks. After more awkward silence, she finally has her friends pick her up, and I settle into my phone on the couch, watching YouTube and having a good time. I don't hear a peep out of the kids' room, and everything is uneventful. Around 10, I turn on her TV to see if anything good is on, but no. 12 a.m. rolls around and her living room gets freezing, but I put up with it. 1 a.m. comes and goes. 2 a.m. is when I look at the clock while trying not to look at my phone because it's running out of battery. At 6:45 a.m., there's a loud crash and I'm startled awake. She's standing in the door being practically held together by this dude who doesn't look at all drunk. She comes in and looks at me and seems confused before things click. You're still here? Yes, you told me to babysit. Oh, right, babysit. Just let me call you a cab, you'll be on your way. She whispers something to the man, and then he nods and walks past me. I don't even want to know what happened there. She calls a cab and then hands me a $20 bill. I'm missing 40. I promised you 20. You promised me 60, we talked about it before you left. And you didn't even come back on time. You're from weird, slightly offensive name for my neighborhood. Take the 20, your parents probably need it. This will nearly cover the cab fare home. Well, then you can pay the cab driver and give what's left to your parents. You're joking. You want me to take the $250 for a nearly 10-hour babysitting shift. You're not getting any more, dear, so you can either take it or you can leave the money here and walk home. I'll wait outside for the cab. As soon as I was out of the house, she slammed and locked the door. I was desperate for cash, so I walked home. It was early morning, and as soon as I was near my bed, I fell asleep. On Monday, I got a message from her asking if it would be okay for me to babysit again for her. How her kid loved me and she would even get me a cab to and from her house because she knows I didn't use the first one, her words, so I ghosted her. No contact. I warned my cousin to not go there and blocked her number. If I never hear from her again, it'll be too soon. What? Yeah, Karen, you promised me $60. I'm not taking $20 for 10 hours work.
What? I never said that. You're just putting words in my mouth.
Shake my head. Choosing Beggar wants to cut our tree, then ghosts, and then wants to increase the price. So my parents' home sits on a small area with several old trees towering over it. Usually it's no problem, but sometimes some of the trees die and have to be cut down. Once, years ago, a group of roving tree cutters came around. You know the type, they go door to door in a neighborhood looking for work. Well, my dad used them once to cut down a couple of these trees and they did a good job. Fast forward to the next year, here they come again. Since my dad has used them once, did he have any other work for them to do? By this point, one of the larger trees was showing signs of passing on the great forest in the sky, so my dad pointed it out to them. After examining it, the queen of the tree troop quoted my dad a very good price and arranged for a day that they would come cut it down plus hauling it away. The day came and went, no signs of timber. The week continued, Old Hickory stayed on life support. Another week passed, we had the priest give the tree last rites, but no cutters. Well, we wrote it off as a lost cause. We hadn't given her any money, so no loss. However, after a little shy of 4 months, the woman showed back up. Yeah, she had decided after leaving that the price she had quoted was just too cheap. They hadn't been able to do it for that price. However, if he still wanted it done then, they could do it for a higher price. No mention of why it had taken them 4 months to contact him about this, by the way. Thankfully, I wasn't raised by a fool, and my dad calmly told her that he changed his mind and the tree was staying. Later on, he used someone who was recommended by a friend to cut it down. To my knowledge, the band of lumber losers never came back.
Yeah, so after some review, the original price was too cheap, but if you still want it done, I can charge you more.
Karen, it's been 4 months and you can't just raise the price on me. Come on. Cater everything for my birthday party and don't come. So this is a story from my girlfriend. She is an extremely good cook, a lot in part to her upbringing. Her parents taught her how to make meals from an early age. She grew up vegetarian, so she learned how to make simple meals extraordinarily delicious. She lived with a meat-eating roommate for a few years. For about a year, she worked as a chef at an upscale cafe. A friend from college contacted her about catering a large-scale meal for about 10 people at her birthday party. She told my girlfriend that she should do it for free as her gift. Had she been willing to buy all of the food, I genuinely think my girlfriend probably would have done it. Rather, she expected her to buy all of the food, including specifics such as sweet corn, rack ribs, etc. And the icing on top of this proverbial crab cake is that this party for 10 people was her exclusive birthday party, and my girlfriend hadn't made the list. She could cater, but she was only allowed to the general birthday party prior to the special event where the special meal would be served. It genuinely baffles me how people are so entitled, spoiled, and just plain stupid.
Hey, can you please cater my whole birthday party, but I'm not gonna pay, and oh, you're not invited. Thanks. Can I get a discount for waiting?
Okay, so for context, I work as a cashier at a pizza joint. Also, I was still 16, so I was pretty young working at a job. So where I work on the weekends, it gets pretty busy since there are so many parties going on. And when I mean busy, I mean it. Orders on orders, lots of talking, money going into the register for up to 8+ hours straight. Wait time can also get long, up to 1 hour and 30 minutes. When I tell people what the wait time is, they are mostly okay with it, and I always recommend to order ahead of time since it's good marketing. One day, the wait time was at its highest, and here comes this woman in her mid-40s with an army of kids in her presence. For this, we'll call her B. The following happens. Me, hi, how can I help you today?
I wanna order,
said in a pissed off voice. Absolutely, what would you like to order today? She then orders 9 XL pizzas, 12 kids drinks, and $60 of tokens, which in total was easily over $200. Alright, your total for today will be $210, as far as I could remember.
What? That's too much! Read my order again.
That's your correct order.
Well, how long will it take to be made?
Give around over an hour for it to be ready.
Why so long? I should get my order faster.
Me, looking at the screen behind me, there's over 10 orders ahead of yours. I wouldn't be able to get it to you faster.
Can you give me a discount for having to wait so long? You're the cashier, you can do it.
I can't. One, I don't know how to give discounts, and I'm not authorized since I would need my manager to approve of it.
How old are you?
16.
You don't even know how to give discounts?
Yeah.
I want to speak to your manager.
I go call my manager and she comes to the front. Manager, what's the problem here?
I want a discount for having to wait too long.
Manager, I'm sorry I can't. Wait times aren't an excuse for discounts.
Well, I want one. Now my children are hungry.
Sorry, but if you want to eat, you have to pay in full and wait for your order. Beggar then goes on how it's difficult being a single mother and how we should care about it. Manager was having enough of it and told her if you're not going to buy, then leave.
How dare you? It's my child's birthday.
And so is other people, and you're complaining. The world doesn't go around you. Beggar then says I was mean to her, to which my other coworker said I wasn't. B ended up leaving and saying we messed up her child's birthday. The audacity of some people. Please treat cashiers nicely. We deal with crazy people a lot, and it gets old pretty quickly. Oh, that's a classic.
Oh my goodness, this wait is ridiculous. Give me something for free. Come on, please. I'm also a single mother. Oh, and it's my kid's birthday.
Yeah, nice try, Karen. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash that like button as it would really help me out. Subscribe to my channel so you can stay up to date with my latest videos, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.